Two deeply disturbing incidents are making headlines in Nigeria. First, a shocking July 23, 2025 video shows members of the Agune Chamber Vigilante group storming a core members lodge in Anambra, brutally beating and stripping a female NYSC core member, Jennifer Edema Eloho, despite her presentation of valid ID and uniform. Good evening, you're welcome to Active Citizens. The show is Active Citizens Parliament, and my name is Sharon Enem Chuku. Today, we are addressing two very disturbing issues. One of the Jennifer Eloho's case and the issue of the increase of federal government politicians and their salaries. Joining me in the studio is Ifoma Oji. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
All right, I'm good as well. Just not too happy
I'm not too happy too.
Exactly, I understand that. Also joining us via Zoom is our analyst in person of Mr. Oladimeji Oluwafemi. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Sharon. How are you doing this evening?
I'm okay. I'm okay. All right. It's just a really sad occurrence. Mr. Daniel Sacramento would say anytime you wake up in the morning, there are just so many sad things that we hear left, right, center. And personally, for me, this just tops the list. The issue of the core member who was dehumanized in front of everybody that was around on that very day by a group of people, security officers called the Agune Chamber Group. Let's take a quick look at the video and see what happened. All right, as you can see, this video is showcasing the Agune Chamber Group brutalizing the young lady by the name Jennifer, and they said that she was suspected to be a Yahoo member, and they barged into this lodge without a warrant, with no documentation whatsoever. She was not arrested, but they went on to brutally harass this young lady to the extent of stripping her naked. And my question is this now a sick trend with officials stripping young ladies naked? But let me start with you, Ifoma Oji. Well, what are your thoughts?
This is actually a clear indication that we abuse power in this country a lot when we talk about security personnel. That video it's extremely sad. I want to say a lot of things, but at the same time I am trapped, because I don't know the kind of words that I will use for this level of impunity. I mean, it has come, we've come to this, that we treat a young lady, even when she has provided her certification as a core member of this country. It shows that we don't even have regard for that body, NYSC. We don't have regard. And you could see the way they are maltreating this lady. And I'm like, what have we, when did we get to this? It is actually a sad situation. You're profiling her. What investigations, what evidence do you have that she is into Yahoo? Even if she's into Yahoo, should she be treated in such manner? If those security personnel, if that is your sister or your wife, would you want them to treat this person like this? And it pains me that we still have people in higher authorities that do a lot of harm, or their own impunity is actually higher than what we call Yahoo. But you can't arrest them. You can't assault them the way you assaulted a citizen of Nigeria, not just a citizen of Nigeria, but a core member of this state. You don't even regard the federal body. It's so sad.
It's sickening. I'm going to get to you, Mr. Oladimeji, but just to drive home my own point, this is the height of inhumanity. It's sickening that this is the level that we have gotten to as a nation, as a people, that we have lost respect and value for human lives to the extent that authorities that are supposed to be security agencies would go as far as doing this to young people of this same country. This is not a case of racism. This is a case of your people against your people. The people that are supposed to protect us have risen and decided.
It is very unfortunate watching this video. Very unfortunate because always all the time fellow victims of Nigeria are always the ones that are commissioned against their fellow victims to maltreat and marriage. That is aside. Everything is wrong with this video that I've just watched. Number one, these are not officials of the state. They are non-state actors that have been commissioned in one way or the other by some personnel in government who feel that, they need some measure of political security, in quotes. But in every way, this is dehumanization, this is disrespect to the womanhood. And number three of all, it is an abuse of the position that you occupy. Either legally or illegally you are occupying it. It is completely horrendous, and something must be done by civil society organizations responsible for the protection of humanhood in this country. Something must be done. Stripping a young lady naked. And if the NYC, do not respond quickly to this situation, then, they should be called out. Because I know how spontaneous they were with Raya's case. They called out the government.
They were quite swift.
Let me just leave it at that.
Yeah, I understand your point, sir. And like you rightfully said, we need to see how the NYSC responds to this. But before we move further, Nigerians have reacted in different ways, and I would want us to take a few of the comments on X before we move forward. Let's take this from FX. He says, these so-called vigilantes are nothing but shameless criminals in uniform. How dare they lay hands on an innocent young lady, strip her naked and assault her like animals? They are not protecting the people, they are terrorizing them. Every one of them deserves to be dragged out, disgraced and jailed for life. Enough of this madness in the name of security. Ruth says, she tagged the Anambra state governor saying, you've been dancing with your son on TikTok, yet terrible things are going on in your state. Brother Mikey also tagged the governor saying, please, your excellency, make these perpetrators pay dearly for it. Interesting. POADC Coalition Media says, very unfortunate. Governor Soludo, he said it's a total failure. Wow. Champagne Glass says, fish all of them out, hang them naked on a pole, and release 10 German shepherds to bite off their nutsacks one at a time. People are pained, and this is... Okay, Finding Solace says, now wow, what kind of country is this? Every day I see reasons to side with Kemi. So stripping women of their clothes is now the new method of arresting them? That is a valid question. It's as if this is a new madness. What is the new trend with stripping people naked?
I think what is giving them this impetus and morale to keep on, executing this act is because of the fact that they are rarely punished.
Yeah.
Nobody punishes them. Nobody holds them accountable. The only thing that they do is you will hear that maybe the IG of police comes in to make a statement that they will investigate into the matter and something will be done. And at the end of the day, they just want to put up a public display. Public relations, PR. And then at the end of the day, you see that these people, the matter dies down quietly and nothing is being done. These people will walk on the streets like they did nothing, like it is their right.
And that is absolutely
it is quite
wrong.
sad. Just like what Mr. Oladimeji stated, he said that NYSC should act swiftly to this particular thing. That they should actually ask for apology. They should demand, yes.
Apology is the least.
They should demand an apology from these people. I don't want to call them the name that I have in my mind, but they should demand apology and compensation for this particular thing. Because if these people can do this,
my sister, if nobody pays for this thing that happens now, there is nothing that is going to substitute for it. Apology, compensation. If they don't go to jail, you see how easy it was for them to take comfort. How easy it was for them to take comfort and mass into Kirikiri because of what? If they are not taking anybody to Kirikiri, this is not even going to end. The matter should not die down.
Yes, I was actually coming to that, and I wanted to say something too, that if this can be done to an NYSC body or a core member, then what's more a normal Nigerian? What more the people that you see at checkpoints, the people you see on the street, what level of impunity and dehumanization is being done or melted onto them? So I think these people should be, number one, investigated. These people should be apprehended. These people should be sacked. Immediate sack letter, send it to them immediately and jail them for a very long time, if not for life.
God will bless you for that thing you just said, because I thought you were going to end it at compensation. But Mr. Oladimeji, Mr. Oladimeji, you know, we spoke about NYSC's swift response. What would you want to see the NYSC do in this situation? How would you want them to react with this current situation?
So there is the body is there in Anambra. Let the body. I would rather they go the legal route completely. You know, there shouldn't be any room for mediation or I don't even care for compensation right now, because the lady's dignity is already been taken away. What I care for right now is punishment and consequence. I mean, payment for consequence of action.
Yes, very high punishments. The third question I wanted to ask was, I mean, with what we have seen now, what does this say about the broader issue of gender-based violence in Nigeria? It's really sad that in 2025, we are still talking about issues like this. But what does this say generally? Let me start from you, Foma. What does this say generally about the state of gender-based violence in Nigeria?
It basically says that we don't actually accord respect. I wouldn't say just male, but I'm being particular on female. I mean, look at that video. Look at
that was the worst thing I've seen in a long time. That was the worst thing.
It is too gory, and I can't even like fathom what this lady would be feeling at this point in time. Like,
it's excessive. It's too much.
I think they should pay. Government should pay attention to these things and do something about this thing. No, do something about this thing. Our pride. We are women, our pride, our dignity should be protected at all time. Anything that has to do with gender, whether male or female, but I'm being particular about the female, because why will you be hitting a woman
like that? Five
women on one woman? It is quite sad that this is what we've reduced ourselves into.
You know, we just mentioned this, and we talked about the repercussions that should follow. In my opinion, I'm not even asking it as a question. I think the Agune Chamber, or whatever they are called, should be disbanded immediately. The reason why they brought these people in the first place was because of the state of insecurity in Anambra State. If they have gotten to a point where they are now part of the people causing insecurity and bringing insecurity into the state, I think they should be disbanded. But what are your thoughts, Mr. Oladimeji?
Completely. In fact, I agree with you, my sister. This body should be disbanded. It's a vigilante body for crying out loud. And it is a shame on the administration in the state that, you know, the security outfit of a state constituted by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria fails in its responsibility to provide security and protection for citizens that are within that geographical location. In that case, the vigilantes survive. I'm not even sure that any of them is well equipped with, you know, the psych knowledge and the emotional wisdom to deal with situations like this. Hence, this abnormal humanization that we are seeing of this lady. They should be called to action, take consequence. I mean, in this country, until we begin to pay, you know, for the actions that we take, we are going to continue to encourage actions like this.
I think that is apt.
If you're to women, you're all right. Look at the National Assembly, how they are dealing with Natasha, who is a senator, a sitting one.
Exactly.
When a country, you know, anchors upon the rule of law, evidence like this is what we begin to wake up every day to.
That is apt, Mr. Oladimeji, and it's such a sad situation. And I just want us to give our final words, if I might, so that we can move on to an equally sad story that we are going to be treating right now.
Yeah, I guess I've said all I needed to say. I've said that these perpetrators of this act, I don't know who they are, but they should be brought to book and punished severely. I mean, this is something that will remain indelible in their minds for the rest of their life, because what they did, they might be seeing it as a normal something, but you don't know the kind of trauma you've created for that young lady. So they shouldn't go unpunished. They should be punished severely. And NYSC too, I've said it before. I said that this lady, apart from the fact that you are going to demand for apology from this set of maniacs, at the same time, this lady should be compensated.
Okay, on that note, I think finally for me, we need to make scapegoats of this set of men that don't have sisters or mothers at home where they're coming from. They don't have friends, female friends. We need to make a scapegoat of them so that other people learn their lesson. Was it not yesterday Comfort Emerson was also stripped naked? Today it's Jennifer. Tomorrow it might be you and Kechi watching me. It is high time that we do something. They should be punished severely. And that's all I'll say on that. Talking about punishment and all of that, the Nigerian government is as though they want to punish all of us in this country, because I don't understand why they would come out to say that the salaries of the politicians and the leaders are not enough. So they said that the president earns 1.5 million naira monthly, and that is not fair, and that is unheard of. So we need to now increase the salary of our leaders. Ifeoma, please. Because if you
don't
worry, here.
don't worry.
Okay.
Now, where do I even begin from? But I have to start from somewhere.
Okay.
Now, Nigeria is broke. That is number
We are
one.
owing money.
We're in serious debt to foreign countries and agencies. That is number one. Number two, you're saying salary should be increased when you can barely pay federal government workers 70,000 naira as minimum wage. Now, this 70,000 naira or 77,000 or whatever they call it has not even been it's
enforced
not
yet.
all of the states that are paying this particular money. It hasn't gone round. That is number two. Then number three, the people that you're already paying this 70,000 naira, their arrears is still awaiting. It is still on awaiting. And then you're saying that these people that have wardrobe allowances, this set of persons that drive in the latest cars in the world, you say that this set of persons that pay millions for staffing, you say that this set of persons that travel outside the country just to maintain a healthy lifestyle, you still say that this set of persons who travel outside country just for medical attention, their salary should be increased. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
What are you saying? I'm not against them increasing the salary, but you see all those things that they will say this one, the president is traveling to this place to go and do this one. They have allocated so amount of money for the for cars, convoys. They have employed a lot of security personnel. Start cutting down on all those things. If you say you want to increase their salary, no problem, increase their salary, but make sure that all those things, you level everything to the barest minimum.
Do you know, I'm going to come to you, Mr. Oladimeji, but I'm just going to lay out some facts, right? So the president that earns 1.5 monthly spends 16.2 billion naira on private jets in just a few months. They loaned 20 billion. They got 20 billion naira, for backup vehicles. They have loaned, the money they have loaned together is up to 99 trillion naira thereabout, and this is the money that Nigeria is owing. Apart from that, pension every single day is either the police officers are protesting, or the health workers are protesting, or laborers are protesting. Somebody is either protesting for one thing or the other. That has not been settled. Now you are coming to say that the salary, it's not that these people don't have benefits that they enjoy, the pension benefits and all of that for serving. You are saying now that the salary that we pay these people is not enough, that we should increase. These same people that have not found a way to make Nigeria a producing country, we are still consuming. We're a consuming nation. We are borrowing from south to north, and we are owing people in millions, in trillions. These same set of people
that they allocate,
they don't want to now come and increase their salary. Wait, in a company, when you want to ask for, when you have the audacity to go to your HR and ask for increment of salary, that is because you are sure that you have done your best, that you have brought value to the company, that the money that you have brought into the company is not tallying with the amount that they are paying. That's when you have the audacity to go to your HR and ask for increment. What have these politicians done for us that they are asking for increment? I don't understand it. But Mr. Oladimeji, do you think that we should increase the salary of our leaders?
This is actually funny anyway. It is funny because, you see, the emperors of this feudal state are always unanimous in their decisions, to preserve their empires. And to, satisfy themselves at the expense of the ordinary Nigeria. Okay? In this case, look, it is an effrontery. It is an insult to over 250 million Nigerians. When you come to their faces, after over 2 years of lamentation, hunger, and what have you, and you come to their faces and explain to them that the current salaries of government officials and appointees isn't sufficient anymore, and it's no more, commensurate with the current situation or on ground. Are you listening to yourself, whoever released that news? What shall we say of the people? Now, look, whatever would have given them this effrontery, this, impetus, is only stemming from the fact that this is the Nigeria of their dream, and it is purgatory for the Nigerian masses, all right? And they will continue to do it. This is my message, and it is directed at Nigerians, directly to you Nigerians. What you need to do right now, the INEC just opened the portal for registration of your PVCs. Get registered, call your PVC, and be ready to do what I describe as an electoral tsunami in 2027, so that you will see all of this, annoying and irritating, certain events every day, of our lives in this country. We need to put a hand to this, and we need to stop it, Nigeria.
Fast.
And Nigerians can do this via their voting card. That is their asset, and that is their instrument to put out.
Yes. And I need you to just say one more thing, because a lot of Nigerians have lost faith in the ballot box. They believe that their votes no longer count. Is there anything that you could say to encourage the average Nigerian who might be listening now and thinking that his vote doesn't count? Mr. Oladimeji, did you get that question?
I think that is the delivery. Yeah, I got your question. I think that's the idea. And
sorry, we lost you there, Mr. Oladimeji. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. I think that's a network problem that we are facing there. But even before Mr. Oladimiji comes to air his view, I think personally this is the best time for us to wake up like I've been clamoring for and go out and get our votes. The online registration has been opened and you can go and get registered. The physical registration would start on the 25th of August, and this is a clarion call to every well-meaning Nigerians to go out and get their weapon of warfare. 2027 is not a joke. Before you blink your eyes, it's here, and we have to be prepared and armed. But that's all I'm going to say on the matter, Ifoma.
Yeah, in addition to that, there are some persons that are afraid to, step out to vote. We want to tell you that it is your right as a citizen of this country to cast your vote. It is your civic right. And then some persons are equally why will I go out and then after voting I'll wait for my vote to be counted before leaving? Why can't I just vote and then leave? I'll wait for my vote to be counted before leaving. Why can't I just vote and then leave? Now, and I still want to tell you, that the Electoral Act of 2022, I'll just summarize everything. It opened portals for online registration, and you can go and register. But they're equally saying that if you're confused about anything, that you can inquire and call the number displayed on the screen. You can call the number 0700 2255 4632. I'll take that again: 0700 2255 4632, or you can use the short code 4632. 4632 and clear your doubts in every way possible.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Solex, for that. Mr. Oladimiji, it seemed as though we lost you at some point. But anyways, I just wanted to say a very big thank you to you, Mr. Oladimiji Oluwafemi, for joining us on the show. I think this is your first time joining us on Active Citizens Parliament, and it's such a pleasure to have you. And also Solex, in person of Ifoma Oji, yes. Always a pleasure to have you here. Yeah. Such a very wholesome conversation that we have on the table every single time.
It's quite sad that today
this is the vibe. Yes, the vibe is not giving at all. Like Gen Z would say, it's not giving. But we are still every single time.
It's quite sad that today
this is the vibe. Yes, the vibe is not giving at all. Like Gen Z would say, it's not giving. But we are still clamoring for a better Nigeria, a Nigeria that values people and the dignity of humans. Yeah. But we are still clamoring that people should come out and do the right thing, vote. Now that the portals has been opened, make sure that you are registering, register your family members, your loved ones, your friends, do the right thing. And yes, if you have any comments, please share it with us in the comment section. We love to know what you are thinking at this very moment. If you've not followed us on our social media platform, please do also follow on all social media platforms at Active Citizens Media. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Right thing. And